Good morning, good morning. You all let me know if you can hear me. I have a little bit different of a setup today. And, you know, I'm doing the best I can. Every day, I'm simply doing the best I can. So let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can see me. That would be super, super helpful. So I obviously changed my location. Can y'all hear me? Good. I see some of you saying yes, yes, yes. You can hear me. You can hear me. Awesome. So y'all, so here's the deal. I want you to, oh, I'm muffled. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Let me see if I can fix that. Bring the mic a little closer. Okay, let me know if that's any better. Okay, so y'all, I am in my office. So I can fix this. And I wanted to just kind of, what is happening? Okay. Yeah, better. So I wanted to, we talked about having a Geeky Girl episode, so I wanted to go ahead and do that. Thank you, y'all. Listen, I got to go somewhere and do something today. You know I'm mad. I was up late, and then I got up early because in order to do this is why it doesn't happen. Because if I have to do this, then that means I have to be awake. So I'm not even finished. I'm not finished. I still have lips to do. I don't have lashes on. I haven't done my little glistening thing on my nose. And then my hair is in a pineapple because it'll come down and be slightly lionessy, if that's even a word. The sound is low. Okay. I don't even know if that will help. Let me see. Because I'm on a different computer. I'm in the computer in my office, which is a desktop. So it should have a little bit more power. But then, y'all, I made a mistake. I came down here. I have this blue. Ooh, I have this blue Ethernet cord. Do y'all see this? It is coming down from the ceiling, from over the stairs, because I did not want to have bad internet today. And then y'all, I went all through all the trouble, did that, plugged it into the computer, and then forgot to take my computer off of Wi-Fi. And if I do it now, I'll disconnect. So if the delivery starts getting a little whack, let me know, because then I will stop and I'll reboot. But right now, I'm on Wi-Fi in my home, which is typically not the greatest thing. Thank y'all for all the compliments. So the reason why I do makeup is because when I have to do something on TV, one is TV is the camera just does things. So I want to have a little bit on just to help with the camera situation. And then also, well, I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. I was going to say, if I'm on camera with other people and then I see a shot after, and if I'm the only one that looks homely, I don't like that. Not home, you know what I mean? Just that I didn't put intention in. So I have to do some stuff with a few other people today, and I want it to be on point. So hopefully the sound is a little better today. The picture's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of fun things, okay? Thank you for the glow. Thank you for the glow. And I can see everybody's comments. They're going really fast. So just know if I don't mention you, it's not because I'm not trying. There's just there's a lot of comments happening. Yes, I believe that. Makeup is overrated. I saw you. All right. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to prop my phone up right here so that way I know if we're having any trouble on Instagram. Okay. Okay. So I have my setup. So here's the deal. I wanted to walk you guys through what my setup looks like. Okay. So right now there's a few things you can't see, like my phone. That's about to die. Lord help. So my desk. Y'all don't want to see my desk. And I share this desk with a couple of people that come in here and get some work done on occasion. All right, my plug is, my phone is plugged in, so it will not die. We will live and not die. All right, I'm trying to be in the right spot that I need to be in for Instagram. Okay, so here's something fun. I got wires all over my desk. I'm trying not to screw anything up. Okay, here's something fun. So I've got 3 cameras right now. So most computers come with a camera, okay? And normally, y'all, I'm filming when I started doing this, I was filming with my laptop. So I have my laptop over here, my laptop that's sick and gravely ill. So it's my trusty 13-inch, okay? You will be happy to know that I did order another laptop. I'm not committed to it. I did order a 16 because, y'all, we have an event this weekend and it's all virtual. So I can't afford for my computer not to function. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't afford that. So I was like, okay, I'll get it. I'll live with it for a minute. And then if I hate it, if it's too big, then I will return it and get the smaller one. All right, so that's the plan for that. But normally when I first started, I was my video was coming from the camera on my computer. So I have a Mac, and I'm gonna run through all my geeky stuff, and then we're gonna talk about fun stuff because I want to show you a couple things so that you'll understand why I'm feeling a little crazy right now. So anyway, so the FaceTime camera. Right now, I am not on my FaceTime camera. Your camera on your computer is okay, but it's usually not the best situation. This camera that I'm working from right now, if I had more light, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can give myself more light. That might be too harsh. Let's see. So I've just got some desk lamps here, and normally if you have light, it's super, super helpful. I think that's too much. Because a camera can't focus without light. So that's why you see people and they'll be like in front of their windows, you can tell they're kind of looking at daylight. And I wasn't smart because I didn't open these blinds that are right in front of me to get daylight. Sometimes I don't do that, y'all, because if you open the blinds and the sun is in the wrong place, then you get slats on your face. So I didn't want to fool with that this morning. But I do have 3 cameras still. Right now, I am operating with my Logitech C920. It's like less than $100. I got it off of Amazon. And they were like, it's a good starter camera that will give you one step better than your FaceTime camera. And the reality is it works really well with light. So right now, even as I'm looking at it, it's kind of fuzzy, just a little bit, just kind of sort of. And then if I do anything weird, it'll go out of focus. Like if I wave my hand, it kind of does weird things. So you can see that. So what I'm going to do right quick, though, is switch over to my FaceTime camera. Now you can see that now Instagram, you may not be able to see it totally, but I'll switch it over in just a second. So those of you who are on Facebook, Periscope, or YouTube, you can see the split screen right now, and you can see my Logitech on the left, should be on your left, and my FaceTime camera on the right. So I'm going to take my Logitech camera off right now. Okay, so you can see this camera is, it's blowing me out. It's functional. Like if you just need to talk to somebody you love, then it's great. But if you're like trying to do something for real, then you don't want to do that. So let me show you my Logitech camera. It's this little bitty thing that just sits on top of my computer. And so this part lets it rest on the computer. So that's what it is. So when my son built a computer, then he didn't have a monitor with the thing built in, right? So you see how the FaceTime camera is a little, but I could buy him that. It was a lot cheaper than buying a monitor with the camera built in. I could buy him that, and then we'd be back in business. So that's my camera with that. But then I'm going to switch back. Let me switch back. All right. So I'm switched back to my Logitech camera. You see it's a little bit easier on the face. Y'all, thank y'all. So some of y'all had chimed in late and you're like, where are you going? You look cute. Because y'all know if I got dressed, I have somewhere to be. I'm rebelling about getting out of my pajamas, but it is what it is. I have to do something today. Okay, so, but I also want to show you something cool. Now, this is not going to look as exciting as I would love it to look, but same thing. What I'm going to do now is switch over. Let's see. Yeah, this one is better. So what I'm going to do now is switch over to another camera. So right here, I have my DSLR camera. I will bring it in the frame in just a second. 1 second. Now you can tell this camera is an excellent, excellent shot. So what I'm going to do is take off my C920 so I can get centered so my Instagram people can see. So this is the DSLR camera. So when I'm looking at this camera, like I literally could have a camera switcher going on my computer, and I could say, I could say, okay, so-and-so, back to you. Well, hello there. I mean, it's a whole fun thing. Now, I've actually never done this before today. Like I knew that I could do it. I knew that I could set up multiple cameras and switch between them. But I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm barely climbing out of the bed every morning, grabbing my tea or my camera and just doing all the fun things. You know what I'm saying? This morning, I didn't have time for that. So I grabbed the water, getting back to water, which is what I really need anyway. But as you can see, this does a much better job with the light. And I'll pull this into the frame in just a minute so that you can see. But on top of this, we've got another microphone, ooh, and yet another light. So do you see what happens when you are well lit? You see? And then when you use a DSLR, you have in the background what they call bokeh. It's the blurring of the background so that your focus is central. I bought this camera. I specifically went to the camera store and I said, listen, I'm a hobby photographer. I want to take great photos. But really what I want to do is have a camera that I can double use for video because I have to tell my husband that I'm going to spend money on a DSLR and I need to be able to prove to him that this camera is worth it, that I can get two things out of one. And they were like, well, this is the camera that you need. Now, this camera is not the newest version of my camera. I have a Canon DSLR 70D, 70D. I bought it from Competitive Camera in Dallas. So if you're in Dallas, check them out. Great family-owned store, and they are wonderful about talking to you so you get the right thing that's there for you. I've been looking at new cameras for a variety of reasons, but this one served me better. The main thing is I want to get some better lenses because the better your lenses, everybody thinks it's about the everybody thinks it's about the camera. It's your lens. The better the lens, the better the glass, the more light that you let in determines the better the focus of your camera. So if I was really trying to be special, y'all, just really trying to be special, then I would say, okay, back to you. And so then I would switch over. And there's actually a way to focus on having just one camera like switch so you don't actually have to have, there's buzzing noises. You know what? That's probably because I turned on the camera and all of these feeds are going into, they're going into my, they're going into my computer, and my computer probably can't handle it. So I'm curious, y'all, once I turned off the DSLR camera, if the buzzing goes away. Let me know if it's the buzzing, okay? Because see, a lot of times your system is only going to be as good, okay? It's only going to, when I move the Logitech, move the camera, you messed up the sound. It is muffled. The sound changed when you switch the Logitech camera. Uh-oh, it's still buzzing. Uh-oh. Well, buzzing and muffled. Oh no, I messed it up. Okay, so there's still a buzz. Hold on, let me hear it. It happened when I moved the Logitech. Huh, okay, let's see. We moved the camera and I messed everything up. Okay, does that help? I moved it. I moved it. We'll see if that fixes it. And I sound like I'm in a barrel. Well, my sound is on. Uh-oh. We'll see if that fixes it. Okay. So apparently radio frequency is the thing. So me having the Logitech sitting on top of my computer camera, like maybe the magnets, or I'm making this up, y'all. I'm no electrician. So maybe just the parts that are inside of each thing together like that, they just don't work. So a lot of this, and here's what I want you to know, that whatever you're doing, whether you're using your phone or whether you're using a little camera you pop on top of your computer, or whether you're being fancy, and let's see, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oops, oops, whoops. I was trying to get fancy. So on this screen, I don't even know how your comments ended up on the bottom. I don't even know. For YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, your comments are on the bottom. I don't even know. I don't even know how that happened. But I'm on a different computer. I downloaded my same software. Okay. So the software that I'm using is called Ecamm Live. It's called Ecamm Live. Okay. And basically, I wonder if I can even do this. Let me see if it will let me do this. All right, let me see if I can switch my camera again. I'm going to move the Logitech, but I'm going to put it back this time in the right place. All right. So for those of you all who have tuned in, because of course I'm totally on the wrong I'm on the wrong thing, and all my things that are normally typed up are not here. So while I'm getting this situated, let me go ahead and type up what I want to say. So ChrystalEvansHurst.com, and I'm going to change the background to make it this color. Okay, and then I'm going to change the words, and I'm going to make it this color. Okay. All right. All right. So I want to show you what I'm looking at, which means I'm going to switch back to the FaceTime camera so that y'all can see what I see. Okay. This is so whack. All right. Let me take off my C920. So we're back to the camera that is native to my computer, which is functional. It's fine. But I'm going to take my Logitech. All right. And now I'm going to turn on my Logitech. Okay. Now it's not going to be perfect because it basically is showing you my screen, inside my screen, inside my screen, inside my screen, inside my screen. Like it's going back and forth. But you can get the general idea. So this, when I turn this around, you know, I would see myself. Okay. All right. But it messes up when you do this. So anyway, this is the screen where I can see myself. This is where I can see your comments. This is where I can zoom in or make changes to my camera. This is where I have funny sounds like right now I'm going to give myself some applause. Right? If I want to turn on my music, here's my music. Okay. And then I've got all these things that are here. So if I want to turn off the Chrystal Evans Hurst, I can turn it off, turn it back on. So it kind of gives you a cool, you know, a cool way to look at things. So let me put this back so y'all can see me. So that's just a quick tour. If you want a super quick tour, a great tour of this, I'm sure, yeah, the comments do run fast. That's why I'm always like, I'm trying my best to see them. So Pat Flynn, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, just search for Pat Flynn. And then he has a whole like official, like total geeky person who had staff to set it up. He has a whole tour of it. It's $15 a month. The pro version is $20 a month. I may move up to the pro version because there's some cool things that I want to do. But really, this is when you want to, the reason why I'm here is because it let me stream to multiple places. Okay. So, so that's the whole situation with that. Now, I want to tell you that, what was I going to tell you? Oh, so if you're here for the first time and you're like, what are you talking about? My name is Chrystal Evans Hurst. And if you want to get, I've been on live every day now for, oh my gosh, has it been like 6 weeks? We've talked about recipes. We've talked about raising kids. We've talked about studying your Bible. We've talked about not having fear and anxiety. But what keeps coming up over and over again is let's have a geeky girl talk. So I was like, well, if the people want it, we're going to give the people what they want. So this is what this is. It's kind of a random conversation about all the things so that all the questions that I've been asked can happen. So that's what it is. And if you want to know more about me, and most of the time this is not what I'm talking about, you can go to ChrystalEvansHurst.com. Y'all, if you want any of the resources that I have available, like when I talk about Pat Flynn and the link to that video where he talks about Ecamm Live, or a link to the Logitech C920, or a link to Ecamm Live, like all of these things, just make sure you're on the email list. And eventually, y'all, because we have a retreat, not a retreat, an online event that we're putting on this weekend, sooner than later, probably like Monday or Tuesday, we'll send you the list of all the things. Now, right now, I am, I'm going to take this off the screen. Right now, I am using a microphone that's on my desk. It has an arm. So I have this, and it can only come over so far. But if I move this over, y'all can see. So it's on an arm, and it's on my desk, so I can prop it up and just stick it in front of my mouth. Like so, you know, and talk, testing 1, 2, 3. So it's always on my desk when I'm not using, I just lift it up and put it behind my computer. So it's always here when I need sound, okay? That's what that is. And then I actually have another picture, if I could get it over here, because of course, you know, there's only so many things you can do. There's only so many things you can do at a time. I'm going to see if I can airdrop it to this computer and share it with you. So I have 2 desks. I have a desk, and in this office, the ceiling, there is no ceiling and there is no door. So when I am trying to interview somebody, I go upstairs into a bedroom, and then okay, And then I am there with the door closed, and I have another mic up there. The mic that's up there is the first mic I ever had. It's actually my favorite. It's the Blue Yeti mic, and I think I can throw a picture of it on the screen right now. So this is the Blue Yeti microphone. Now this is not how it comes. It comes on a stand, and it kind of, I have it upside down, but that's because I wanted to put it on, an arm. So that way, again, I could push it out of the way when I wasn't using it, and get it out of the way when I am using it. You know what I mean? Pull it in my face when I am using it. Also, getting it off the desk means that if I type or bump the desk or do anything crazy, then the mic won't hear it. If it was on the desk, it heard everything. It heard my bracelets, and this way it picks up a little bit less. So that's the Blue Yeti. It's my favorite mic. Okay, so let me so I'm trying to think, is there any other stuff that I wanted to tell you about? Oh, let me show you my camera. I'm just gonna barely pull it into the frame because y'all, so this is my light. This is a newer 176 light, and it fell one time because my kids keep using it to make videos for their USB, their what am I trying to say? Their YouTube channel. And one time they borrowed it, and the what do you call this thing that you put stuff on? It fell and it broke. So I have to kind of prop it up there because, you know, we can't buy another one. Okay, now this is on the tripod. That's what I was trying to say. So this is my camera, DSLR, and I don't know if I can show you everything. This may be as good as it gets. So this is my camera. That's as good as I get, yeah. So then I have one where it flips to the front so that I can always see myself. Because if you're videoing yourself, which you have to do, you just got to teach yourself how to do it yourself. There we go, that's a better shot. So that's my camera. What you can't see on top is that I have a bracket here, and then there's another microphone here, up here, when I'm shooting direct to camera. So that's my camera. Okay, I'll turn that back around. All right. Oops, what'd I do? Okay, now put the light back up here so I don't get lost. Okay, so that's pretty much, like the main thing. Now there are all these other little things that I have. I got a good headset if I ever need to hear myself. I've got multiple, like if I ever have to take this mic on the road, it came with its own little mic stand. I mean, there's tons of little doodaddy things, when I'm using my phone to prop it up, normally I have my laptop in front of me, and behind my laptop I have this, and it props up and it holds my phone just like this. See, I'm watching myself on Instagram right now. It's a little delayed. So I prop it up like this, and then I can see, Instagram can see me, and my laptop can see me at the same time. So that's how I was doing that before I started using this other software. So Ecamm Live is what I used to stream everywhere, and then I had to get into a whole nother program in order to get to Instagram, because Instagram really doesn't play nice. That program is Lula TV. So basically, I stream to Ecamm Live, and then I use this other program called Restream, which takes my one signal from Ecamm Live and streams it to Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and then it also streams it to these numbers and letters that come from Lula TV, and then I'm everywhere. So it's a little convoluted, slightly convoluted, but it works, and I've been doing it a little at a time. So the fun thing for me during this quarantine season has been having the time to invest in what I love, which is I like geeky things. So now that I've gotten all that out of the way, I will have time for questions in a minute, but I want to pause real quick because I want to ask some non-ridiculously geeky questions, okay? And while I'm preparing for that, I want to put a few things on the screen because I know that you guys are going to ask me if I do not. Okay, so the first thing is, if you have questions about this weekend's event, if you're like, I can't get logged in, I can't find the link, blah, 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 we have a wonderful girl who is, now she's part-time, and she's not on mine today. So she's going to do her best to get back to your questions. So if you have questions about the event, why does it keep putting them there? TSC at ChrystalEvansHurst.com. Okay, that's where you want to go. TSC at ChrystalEvansHurst.com. And then that will help you with questions. Now, if you're like, what online event, Chrystal? What are you talking about? Y'all, we have our first online event, major online event. And that's possibly why I'm able to think about doing that, because I have been playing with all this stuff for all this time, because we're having to use this system and that system and systems I haven't even told you about to string together an event where we can be live, where we can have a web page, where there's a login, and I have not hired a developer to create any of this. Like, we're all figuring this out as we go. So basically, if you're wanting to learn more about the event, you can also go to ChrystalEvansHurst.com, because I got two things on the screen, because as soon as you go there, you will be met with it, and it will say, I think it says register or learn more or something like that. And basically, it starts Friday night, goes all day Saturday and into Saturday night. It's a Friday and Saturday night with other keynote messages sprinkled in. And then during the day, y'all, we have like at least 15 people during the day that are going to be live with their recorded sessions. So they recorded their session because, technology, and we wanted to make sure we had their session. But they'll be on live before, in the comments, and after to talk to all the attendees, to come back and do Q&A. And then there's another bunch of courses, another bunch of sessions that are available on your own because they dive deep. So we have almost 40 sessions, and it will go live this weekend. Now, for those of you who are speakers and writers, we have a whole segment tomorrow during the day that is for speakers and writers. So you can just come to the main event. You can up level in VIP for a digital swag bag and for a coffee with Chrystal on Saturday morning, or you can up level and do the whole thing, which is the speaker and writer included. So the event, the VIP, and the summit. But you can find out all about that here. So if you just go to Chrystal Evans Hurst, you can find out everything that you need. And we're really excited about the event. Registration closes tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. And there's a reason for that. I'll tell you that tomorrow. I also want you to make sure you're following me on at least one of my social platforms, because today and tomorrow there are giveaways. We're going to be giving away some tickets. So make sure you are subscribed on YouTube. Make sure you've liked my page on Facebook. Make sure you are following me on Instagram, my Chrystal Hurst Instagram, and then also the She's Still There Instagram, because we'll be doing it in all 4 places. And if you're not in the Sister Circle group, join there too. That's on Facebook, and you can join there too. So I just gave you a bunch of stuff, but if you just go to ChrystalEvansHurst.com and then go /Facebook group, you'll find it. If you go, I don't think I did that for anywhere else. So yeah, ChrystalEvansHurst.com /Facebook. That's where the Sister Circle group is. But you can find me everywhere else at Chrystal Hurst. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. She's still there. Is she still there? So, okay. So I've been saying this every day for like 6 weeks, and y'all probably can help me out in the comments if somebody has questions. Okay. So that event is happening starting tomorrow, and we are so very excited. Y'all, let me just tell you this. I had 14 bridesmaids in my wedding, and I tried really hard to pare it down to like 7. So that's what happened here. I was going to have 15 women, and then I thought, but we haven't touched on this need, and we haven't touched on this need, and we haven't touched on this need. And then it became almost 40. So my team, y'all, they are wonderful. And they are working ridiculously hard. We're up late every night and up early every morning to try to bring you content that is going to be great this weekend, and to make sure that the event is seamless. Y'all, give us grace, because there are things we're learning. Like, if you got an email last night, if you had already registered last night, then you already know that we said, if you read it, we said download the Teachable app and the Crowdcast app. That's what we said. But if you're on an Android, that doesn't exist. And none of us thought, we need to have an Android person make sure these instructions make sense. So y'all, give us grace. We're figuring it out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be great, because usually, even though my team can tell you, we will race to the finish line and scream across that line, it usually works out great, and it usually works out so much better than what we ever expected. Okay, all right, yay. Amen. Amen, everybody. All right, so some fun questions just to break up the ice a little bit. And then I may show you a couple of things. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, so I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Hey, Tiffany. She said, come on here. I got to finish my makeup in a minute, and I got to go find my lashes. If you're on camera and you don't have your lashes on, your eyes you don't see them as well. Okay. Oh, I can change this. I can change the brightness. Ooh, let's see. Oh, I didn't know. Looky there. Changing things. I'm learning as I go. I can blur the background. Let's see. No, can't do that. Okay. Okay, my question for you is, here's my question for you. You ready? Okay. My question for you is, and I asked this question before, I want to know if you're Spotify or Apple Music and why. Okay? I wish I could do polls on here because that would be super cool to have that poll. Maybe we'll do that in the Facebook group later today. Maybe, Marissa, Brittany, we'll see. If not, we can do it next week. I want to know if you are Apple Music or Spotify and why. Now, you can say you're something else. You can say you're something else. You can be Tidal, you can be Pandora. But the main question I want to know is Spotify, Pandora, or why? Okay? Okay. And while I'm waiting for those to come through, I saw a couple of questions I wanted to answer. Somebody said, I don't have a phone or an iPad and I'm registered. What do I do? Actually, the experience is best on a computer. It's best. It's not bad on the other way. It's just you're working with limited screen space. And when you have to watch a speaker and see the comments, a desktop or a laptop is better. So actually, we should probably say that if you want to watch it on your computer, that's the best way. But if you can't, you can do it on an iPad or a phone and it'll be great. But if you're on anything iOS, you need to download the app so they work as beautiful as possible. Somebody said, neither. I only use YouTube, Spotify because you're a sound hound and you can save it to Spotify. Apple Music because I'm an Apple girl. Can I just tell y'all, I don't have Apple Music and I'm an Apple girl. And the reason why is because I'm sick of giving them money. Is that bad? I'm just like, y'all, come on. Like I am sick of giving y'all money. It's just too much. Let's see if I can switch this a little bit, zoom out a little bit. Yay. Okay. Yay. Spotify, because of my nephew, it's easier. Spotify is easier. And the other thing is when I leave Apple, because I've gotten locked in Apple a couple of times and didn't like that. So then when you try to leave, it's hard to get your stuff out of the Apple ecosystem. So I was like, you know what? Do I want my music to be locked in Apple? I'm not sure. Yes, Spotify, it's easier to share a playlist. That's how actually when I share my marathon playlist, link that, Brittany, Marissa, when I share my Girl Boss playlist, I think we're sharing playlists. I think we have a special Sister Circle event playlist this weekend too. But it's easier to share. But Apple works with Apple. So I've been tempted to try it. I just don't want to get sucked in. But there are some artists that are only releasing their stuff. They're restricting their releases to Apple Music or they're restricting their releases to Tidal. And then Spotify has to wait. But for right now, I'm okay. Now somebody said, I love Apple Music. You're missing out. It's the best thing. Oh, I lost the comment. Hold on. Let's see. I love Apple Music. You're missing out. It's the best thing if you love music. I've never been on Spotify. I don't think you can take your music if you leave Apple. See, that's the problem. Now I pay for Spotify because I want to be able to download my stuff and listen to it without an internet connection. So I do pay for Spotify, but they have great student rates and great family rates. Great family rates. My son looked at me the other day and he said, Mom, I need more space on my phone. I said, no, you don't. You need a job. You need a job, dear. I do have Pandora, but it's included with my cell phone. Whatever deal I got with my cell phone, it's included the no commercial version. And in my home, that's what I play. I get up in the morning, I have a little app on my phone that connects to the receiver. And so I can push a button on my phone and it says, well, you want to play Pandora or Spotify? And I press Pandora and I have Travis Green on play. I have Bethel on constant play, Hillsong, Elevation, all those things. But that's Pandora. So Spotify, I got the family account when I was sick of my kids hijacking my account. I'd be out of town, listening to music in my hotel room. And then all of a sudden, my music would go away. And I'd look at my phone and it would say, now being played in the Hearst family den. I was like, what? Because they would log in with my account and then say, no, we want to play that here. And I was like, what? So YouTube is great. I actually haven't gotten into it for a long time because, y'all, I just got unlimited data on my phone because I kept taking my family over our limits because I'm the one that I was always tethering to my phone and working and traveling and all that. So I separated my bill and I got an unlimited plan. And on that unlimited plan, it came with Pandora. But for a long time, I wouldn't use YouTube because it was sucking up all my data. You know what I mean? Sucking up all my data. Okay, so I think I've seen more Spotify's than Apple. Now that's my educated observatory guess. Yes, we have a family plan. There's more Spotify's than Apple. So I want to say that I want to try it because I want to know what I'm missing out on. What can I say? I'm a geeky girl. Of course I want to know what I'm missing out on. But I also am afraid that I'm going to like it and then I'm going to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck. Plus I don't want to spend any more money. Okay. I love the reasons that y'all are sharing. You can get your music out of Apple. You can get everything out of Apple. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy. Like you have to know how to open packages on your file. You have to know where the original music is. You have to drill down and find it. It's not like you can just, it's not Apple. They make things easy to use. Well, everything works together, but then, and it don't break. This computer right here is doing great, y'all, today. And it's a 2013. So they last a really long time. Oh. Well, I'm like, why are kids getting up? They were up till like 1 a.m. Yes, I love that. Spotify. Yep. Okay, and I haven't forgotten about y'all on my relaxation playlist. That is coming, okay? It's coming. Oh, hit you up. Hit you up for what? Your daughter works for them. What am I supposed to do? You told me to hit you up. I'll hit you up, but I need to know what I'm hitting you up for. I'll do it. All right. So I wanted to go ahead. Y'all want me to get on TikTok? I'm just not doing it. I feel like I need to go on there and get my name. You know what I mean? I need to go on there and get my name. Maybe I'll do that today since I've said that out loud. But I want to know how many of y'all are on TikTok. How many of y'all drank that Kool-Aid? How many of y'all drank the TikTok Kool-Aid? You said Apple is exclusive to Apple. You are in and that's it. I know. I'm going to change the color on this. I don't like that yellow. I'm going to do that. There we go. That's better. And I think I can actually change the size of this so that Instagram can see. So Instagram, the only thing is I can't bring you on screen. So that's kind of, y'all are like, nope, not going to do it. Okay, now I need my, okay, I was going to say my Facebook people are like, y'all are like, no. So basically, okay, you watch TikTok with your kids. Okay, nope, okay. Y'all are holding fast, not trying to let the Chinese get in your phones. I called one of my friends and I said, girl, are you not worried about the Chinese getting in your phone? She said, I think we are totally, fooled if we don't understand that the Chinese are already in our phones. I was like, oh, okay. Yes. Instagram is enough for me. Instagram is. I have my Snapchat, or as Erica Campbell would say, Snapchaps. I have my Snapchat, but I only go over there for the filters, and then I bring them back to Instagram. Because I actually tried it, y'all, and I was like, I must be getting old because I don't get it, and I didn't want to put the energy into learning it. I was like, it'll be gone. It's like Vine. The teenagers are in there. They migrate like nomads. Have you realized that? They try to get away from their parents, and then once their parents show up, they leave and they go to the next thing. And then the next thing gets bought out by some big company or, gets beat out by some big company. So Instagram put video on there and Vine died. It's only a matter of time until all the things that are making TikTok great, Facebook does or Instagram does, or until another little upstart comes, and then there goes TikTok as well. So I'll let the kids keep bouncing around. Okay, somebody said, my daughter is shaking her head and saying, get on TikTok. Today is my daughter's birthday. She's 12. I don't know what her name is, but happy birthday, Cynthia's daughter. Happy birthday. Okay, So I see you all asking about my son's birthday. Y'all, it was great. So many of y'all filled up his inbox, and he was looking at me like, Mom, why is my phone? What? What's happening? And I was just sitting there going, and then I said, look in your bank account. Now, y'all showed out. Can I just say that? I asked y'all for $1. I said, y'all give him $1. That's what I said. Give him $1 so that he gets a ding every time he gets $1. Some of y'all gave him $17. Some of y'all gave him $5. So let's just say he's one happy 17-year-old boy. He didn't become a millionaire, but he certainly had a nice birthday, and there's a couple of things that he wanted that he'll be able to get for himself. So I wanted to just say, y'all, thank you so much. And yes, he's going to have to reply to every single one of those emails. We're going to write a thank you letter. We're going to write a thank you letter. And then we're going to share it with each person. It may take him a couple weeks to get back to you, but you better believe he's about to write some thank you notes. Now, the only thing is, I don't know that he can write a thank you note if you gave him a monetary gift and not an email, because when he gets the monetary gift, it doesn't give him your email. So if you're looking for your thank you, just know that that's why. Okay. Yes, y'all. He's so excited. And I gave him, okay, so the signs, we did a parade with the family, and then y'all, I did a scavenger hunt of 17 things for your birthday. Now, I crapped out at 14, and 15, 16, and 17 were kisses on the cheek. But whether it was candy or 17 pennies or a little dudette, a Coke from, CVS, like just little things that didn't cost me any money, he was on a scavenger hunt all day. I win! I win! Okay. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, he doesn't have the Cash App. We didn't do the Cash App. I even said in my Instagram stories why I don't do the Cash App. I just have had too many people tell me that they've had money stolen out of their accounts. But then again, I've heard people say that about PayPal. I just feel like Zelle, which is bank to bank, has probably gone through a little bit more of a standard process. But then you have credit card companies that get hacked. So it is what it is. I just feel like the less outside parties that have access to your information, the better. So I don't have Cash App. Nobody in my family has Cash App. My immediate family. Nobody in my family has Venmo. We are a Zelle family. Give us money. Worst case scenario, PayPal us. Because that's the other thing, y'all. I can't keep up with all that. I just can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. And just in case y'all are wondering, that money went straight to him. It did not come to me. It did not wait on me to collect it and then give it back to him. Nope. It went straight into his bank account. So we are going to have conversations about saving. There's an app that I don't know anything about, but my daughter told me about it. It's called Robinhood, where you can buy stock. So I think he's about to buy his first stock. So we're going to have conversations about some things that he wants to do. I don't know. I just heard some people, and I just didn't want another app. And I felt bad because a lot of y'all, you messaged me and said, can you get him a Cash App? Because I have Cash App. One day he'll probably do it. But I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't even have one. So I didn't want to. Don't I sound old? That sounds old. I don't even have one. So I didn't know anything about it, and tomorrow wasn't going to be the day, So I went into his bank account, set up Zelle, and then, Okay. Janelle Barksdale. This is some good advice right here. I have been in banking for over 30 years. Open an online account that you can use for the app payment systems. That's very good advice. So if it is compromised, it doesn't impact your household account. That's good advice. Now, I would say that if I have money in there, no matter what, it's going to impact me. But I hear what you're saying. It doesn't impact the main thing. I have my PayPal set to automatically send me my money. I don't want it to sit there. I don't want it to wait. As soon as it comes in, sweep it out, because I don't want it sitting there tempting anybody, and that's personal and business. Stock episodes. I would have to have somebody on. I used to invest and I know a lot about it, but I would want to have somebody officially on. Okay. Joanne Torchia said, yes, old school etiquette. My mama said, always, always say thank you for a gift in writing. Even if you give a verbal thank you, it's proper to also send a thank you note. Thank you, Chrystal, for your ministry. You are appreciated more than you know. But listen, if I'm not teaching them, who's teaching them? Who's teaching them? If Jesse's not teaching them, who's teaching them? Okay. All right. Budgetnista is awesome. I can totally bring her on. Maybe next time we do an online event, that's what I'll do. The name of my opening song. You know what? I don't even know what the opening song is. It's saved on my computer as a little QC, which is not the name of it. But I went online. You can go on YouTube and get royalty-free music. Let me fix this. You can go on YouTube and get royalty-free music. Let me put this up so the people on Instagram can see. And then you can just download it and use it. So look for royalty-free music. If you can't find anything you like, there are websites. Just search for music. And then you can, sometimes you can buy a whole series of things from the same tune for like $15. So it's not that bad. I couldn't tell you what the name of this one is. I grabbed it and then renamed it. All right. Where am I? I'm in my office. Normally I'm in a bedroom. Okay. All right. So, okay. So here's another question. So, let me stop right here. And while you can put in any question about anything. So we're going to, stick with tech if you like. But I'll take questions for about another 5 or 10 minutes max. And then I got to go finish my face, finish getting dressed, and go where I'm supposed to go shoot today. And then make sure that my kids know what they're doing for breakfast today. All right. So let me put a couple of things on the screen. Many of you have asked me about the inner circle. And it's open at the beginning level, the co-producer level. And many of you have said, but I want to do the 21-day journey, or I want to do the 90-day journey. And when are you going to open it back up for that? I'm going to open it back up for that on June the 1st. June the 1st through June the 3rd, the doors will be open. You can come in anytime at the co-producer level. But what this means is when you're in the inner circle, basically what I'm doing right here is bonus content. And when we're done with all these things, the bonus content goes to live in its final resting place, which is in the inner circle library. We all needed a little QC, a little quarantine content for quality control in our everyday life. So I came on every day and just shared it with everybody. But most of the time when I do extra stuff, beyond the podcast, beyond the blog, beyond the random lives that I'll do on Instagram, I give extra stuff to the inner circle. And so that's what that is. And usually they're the first to know about stuff that's happening, like the doors opening on the inner circle. So I just wanted to let you know about that because many of you asked me about that. And again, if you are interested in the event, simply go to crystalevanshurst.com, the online event that's happening this weekend. Saying this again because I know a lot of you have just come on. But if you have questions, any questions at all about the event, check out or send an email to tsc@crystalevanshurst.com. Okay. Yes. Some of y'all are saying I Zelled your bank yesterday, but the name on the account was Jesse. That is his name. We call him Trey, but his actual name is Jesse. Do you use anything to help with the noise cancellation? I do not, Susie. That is something I need to learn about. I don't know. I'm here learning with problems. Like today, the fact that the camera had buzz when I put it in camera. Learn something new today. I'll have to figure out how to fix that. How do you go about purchasing a laptop? This is a great question. So when you're purchasing a laptop, there are a few things. You need to know how fast. First of all, you need to know why you're getting it. If you're just getting it for the internet, a Chromebook will do. You know what I mean? An iPad will do. A tablet will do. But if you're using Photoshop, for example, or if you're editing your family photos, or if you're building photo books, or if you're making family movies, those things require power. So you need to know why you're going to use it. But there are 3 things primarily that I would want to look at when I'm buying a computer. Number 1 is the processor speed. And basically, if my Mac is about 5 years old, it's starting to show me signs. It's just worn out. It's just worn out. That's why I had to restart 4 times yesterday. But the processor speed, and how many cores it has. So in my computer, mine right now, it has a dual core. In the newest 13, it has 4 cores. In the 16-inch, it has 8 cores. And that means that's how many different areas of the computer can process information at one time. Many computers are single core. That's perfectly fine if you're working on Word and if occasionally you got to watch a movie. But if you are trying to edit a video at the same time that you are watching YouTube, you need to have multiple brains working. So how fast is your processor? How many cores? So that's kind of the motherboard. Those are the two main things on the motherboard. The second thing is your RAM. My last computer had 16 megs. The 13-inch Mac that I was looking at had 32 megs. The 16-inch Mac that I got, that I ordered, and we'll see if we're going to keep it, has 64. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, I don't want a 16, but the power is in it. And I do a lot of video and live streaming. So 64, I'm going with 64. And this computer right here, this desktop, it has 32 megs. So it can just handle more than this laptop could. And you can, a lot of computers, you can add more RAM to, so you don't have to get a new computer. You may just want to increase your RAM. So the processor, the latest is an i9 Intel. How many cores is on that processor? How many brains are working? Then how much RAM, that's the second thing. How much live memory, how many multiple things can be in the front, temporary short-term memory of your computer, okay? The third thing is the size of the hard drive, okay? How much can you store? Now, if you're trying to store all your music and all your Dropbox files and all your music, you need a pretty big hard drive. On this computer, when I bought it, it had 1 terabyte. Y'all, the computer was fine, but I was running out of space because my Dropbox is ridiculously huge. It has work stuff, it has kid stuff, it has photos. So you know what? I found somebody who could put in a 4 terabyte hard drive. I did not take it back to the Apple store. I found it on Amazon and I was too afraid to mess with it, opening it up. And I found a guy who would put it in for me for 50 bucks. So I bought a 4 terabyte solid state hard drive. When you get a hard drive, it can be like a record player, a disc with an arm that moves. And you know that when it says HDD, hard disk drive. If it says SSD, it is a solid state drive. Solid means no moving parts, which means less pieces to break. So I put a solid state 4 terabyte hard drive in here. It had a 1 terabyte hard drive originally. This one my laptop has a 1 terabyte solid. The new one that I'm getting will have a 2 terabyte solid. I just could not bring at 4 terabytes, all this stuff don't need to be on the computer, no way. You know what I mean? So you want to look at the processor speed, your RAM, and you don't need tons of RAM, y'all, if you're only doing Word documents. Get the 8 gig and call it a day and save your money. Then you need to know how big is your hard drive. What are you storing on there? And if you have external drives, I've got external drives everywhere in my office. Here's one that has all my pictures on it. Y'all should see. And then because I'm always moving and shaking and sharing files with team members, I've got like 5 of these sitting on my desk. So anyway, because we're doing a lot of video and all this kind of stuff. So if you've got a lot of external storage, then you don't need a 2 terabyte drive. You know what I mean? So you have to also think about how big you want the computer to be. I did not want a 16-inch computer. I still don't. So I'm going to try it out and see if I like it. The last thing, and it's kind of a fourth thing, but only if you're like a gamer or if you're doing a lot of video. When you have a laptop, they have what's called an integrated chip for your motherboard, for your brains on your motherboard. That means the video graphics, the graphics card is built into your CPU. It's little. When you have a big computer like this or a big laptop, they have a separate graphics card, which means that your graphics have their own separate brain, which is why you want a 16-inch if you're doing video or you want a desktop, if you're doing a lot of graphics, because processing all those images is a lot of power. And so that's another thing that you get when you have a bigger computer. So Lisette, you said you have 6 external drives. I know. And I need to get them organized. And then every 2 to 3 years, I buy all new ones and I archive the old ones because they die eventually. And if I've got my wedding on one of them or the birth of my child on another one, I don't want those to go bad. So it's a whole organization. It's an organizational nightmare. And I actually need help with that, honestly. Okay, so looking for a couple more questions before I jump off that I haven't already answered. I'm looking for questions. Yes, SSD is great. Okay. If I am interested in starting a vlog with my husband, which platform is best? I would totally say YouTube. Here's why. because YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. What is the first one? Google. Who runs YouTube? Google. So not only if you put something on Instagram, people have to find you. On YouTube, if you use the good words, if you use good titling, if your content's good, the shareability is better. And Google, the engine that runs YouTube, helps people find you. Sometimes a video that's been dead for a while, all of a sudden I get all these views. And you want to know why that happens? It's because YouTube says, hey, Susie Q over there, you said you wanted to have a conversation about being a geek. Well, we know this girl over here that had a Geeky Girl episode. And we know that because that's how she titled her episode. Let me connect y'all. So I would totally start with YouTube. Totally start with YouTube. Totally. Somebody said my head is exploding. Y'all, that's why I'm always like trying not to overwhelm and trying to not, somebody said I got to replay this 10 times. Well, replay it quick because it won't be alive here forever. It's going to go to the inner circle. I'm trying to see. Thank you for the fact that you love my hair. Oh, y'all, you're asking what happened with my son and the password. We haven't talked about that yet. I let him enjoy his birthday. I let him enjoy the birthday. Aren't y'all proud of me? I did. Okay. All right. Okay. Logitech. Okay, I got to go to questions I haven't already answered, y'all. I'm trying to be fair. Okay. What do I use to bring guests in from other locations? So Ecamm Live right now, you can only bring guests in with Skype, which is why I can't reach into the comments and bring y'all on. Ecamm Live, however, I've heard is working on their own native interview platform. So if you're looking for an easy way to get online and you don't want to have hardware running on your computer, maybe your computer can't handle it, let me recommend BeLive for Facebook or YouTube, and then let me also recommend StreamYard, which will allow you to go to multiple platforms as well. And then everything is online. There's nothing that's actually running through your computer. StreamYard is another one that's great. Okay, y'all, I have to go because I have to get ready. I have to put on clothes. Yeah, I have to get in my car and get ready and put on clothes. Ugh. How do you dispose of laptops? Oh, I'm going to answer this question. So, 2008 laptop. Oh, wrong hand. That's it right there. Still going. Now, it can't play with the big boys. It can't do too much. But can it get on the internet and open a Word document? Can we get some business done on that mug? Does it still have a CD drive, a DVD drive? Abso-doggone-lutely. And that is one of the reasons why I buy Mac. Now, I have a PC right there because I run Quicken on there. I have my son built a PC. We have a PC laptop for the kids because if those break, they're cheaper to replace. But me, it's for me in my house. Me and my husband. And the kids gradually, they've gotten iPhones. One of my sons has an iPad. But, it's too much money. They don't need all that connectivity. No way. So, dispose. What I have done in the past, though, is let my kids break them apart. So, I think that's been a part of their excitement about putting a computer together. For years, I would let them break it apart. And I would say, we're not going to throw away that whole computer. That's a good hard drive. We can use that. Okay, all right. Looking for if there's anything else I really need to answer. Okay. 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 Oh, this is an easy one. What do I use to edit my videos? iMovie. I have not graduated to Final Cut Pro. I do have Adobe Premiere. I have it for my team, and we pay for it as a family. So I have a business expense for it, and then I have but I haven't had the time to learn it. So my team uses it and my kids use it and I have it, but I haven't used it. But I hear it's really great. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to go and I will be back tomorrow with, I don't know what I'm talking about tomorrow. What I do know is I'll be back in the morning with the craziness of us getting ready for the event. And again, if you want to know more about me or you want to know more about the event, simply go, see, this is what happens when you're doing these things live. Simply go to ChrystalEvansHurst.com. There you go. And everything you want to know, I think, is there. If you have questions, go to tsc@ChrystalEvansHurst.com. And for those of you who are like, well, what are the sessions and what are the details? The good news is we're not going to run out of space. It's online, and we will release that information a little bit later today. Well, I think it'll be released to the attendees, though. What you need to know is it's going to be good. That's what you need to know. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm going to close out. This is what I should have done. I should have closed out with music. Because listen, we are about to embark on a wonderful, wonderful weekend where we're going to have a great time learning about ourselves, learning about God, learning about each other, getting better with our relationships, doing fun things, having a great time. Having a great time. Way high. There we go. So yes, we're closing out with music because it's the end of the show and because I gotta put all this stuff up before my kids mess it up. And you know what? It's alright. It's okay. Because the reality is, there I go. Let me turn this off. There we go. I want to say goodbye. Oh, I got my light. See what happens when you don't have a light? Woo! There we go. Yay! Yep. So y'all, it's been great. It's been fun. So excited to have spent almost 6 weeks with you. I will see you tomorrow for more fun before we launch into our special event for the day. Thanks for letting me geek out this morning. It's been so fun. Can't answer all the questions, but I geek out enough to answer some, and I hope this has been helpful to you all. Have a great day. If you're still in the bed, get up.